Alright. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Florencio Files. He's here in his Terran form, the form he's been enjoying a lot lately, but thankfully not a Terran vs. Zergus. We've cast a ton of those recently. This one's going to be a TVP, and this is Florencio. Down here in the bottom left, in the Protoss side of Beckett Industries, it is Anericium. Gargantua. Weird name. Florencio gonna go for his depot, and he is 20 seconds late on his first supply depot. So guys, just making sure you know, it is definitely not Neeb on his computer. He's gonna go gas first at the time when the first barracks should go down, and a second gas before barracks. Oh my, someone's checking hard on one base this game. That's how you do it when you're a dirty sewer mermaid. Oh, I love it. You know, I feel like Florencio's SCVs are just your typical council workers. They're like, well, this is a really inefficient plan and stuff, but hey, I get paid no matter what. The hours are good. Why not? It's all good. Government work, the way it's meant to be. Build this barracks. I mean, you guys know we could have started this one like solid 25, 30 seconds earlier, right? If we built the depot on time, but no. Upper management, they want what they want. And I am but just a happy little SCV to fulfill these very, very lazy work orders. Another SCV is going to come out and I guess wall off the base. Oh no! Oh, is he going to scout? Is Florencio? No, it might just be going to a corner of the map, right? Oh my god, he's not going to a corner. Or is he? Wait, where's he going? Where's he going? Where is he? He's heading over here. You to proxy something? What is this? It'd be cool if we saw a planetary rush. I doubt it. Factory does go down at home. 2 factories? No, 2. Okay, it's a double factory and a rando SCV there. The opponent in Anericium has not scouted at all, but has done a pretty normal opening otherwise, right? Like 16 on minerals, 3 on each gas. Nexus is down at a pretty good time. Changing rally points. Whoa. The Nexi are both on a control group, and the rally point just got changed. The gateway is control grouped. Oh, shit. I think this Protoss might be out of Florencio's reach. That being said, no scout in PvT on ladder. Pretty risky. Could get in trouble for that. But we'll see what the next step is. A Stalker's already being chrono boosted. So, I mean, yeah, straight robo. Pretty legit play from the Protoss. Bunker does go down there at the ramp. Flow, of course. He's made an orbital. Not dropping any mules yet, though, or building SCVs. So 3 minutes in, and he's down about 4 SCVs from where he could be, 4 or 5. Double factories up. Let's take a look. Tech lab? What's this? And a factory out there. What? Oh, it'd be cool if he actually builds Widow Mines and Cyclones. I don't think I've seen Florencio really open like a Cyclone Widow Mine force. I mean, there's no space for a reactor to build there. He'd have to lift the factory off, but he could still build them one at a time. And Widow Mines build so quickly, you can actually build 3 a minute. Well, technically they're 21 seconds each, so it's a minute and 3 seconds, but 3 a minute out of a factory with no add-on. It's pretty damn fast. And it is going to be Magfield and double Cyclone production. He's dropping mules, he's building SCVs. So he's doing a 1-base Cyclone all in. And I reckon this will be Widow Mines with it. Let's see. Florencio, of course, does have his factories on 2 different control groups. So he's got his proxy control group, then he's got his regular one, his normie control group, as you might want to call it. And Stalker's just chilling at home. This Protoss has no scouting at all. I mean, this Protoss is like literally at more than about double the economy of Florencio right now. Has an observer going out. Only 1 gateway though. So, I mean, this Protoss is at that point where it's like, well, they're just going to get out of control and just easily beat him, right? If they actually build more defense. But now they're going for a 3rd base off 1 gate robo with no scouting. Okay. I mean, someone and a robo bait. No more production at all. Okay, this is excessive greed from this Protoss player. This is madness. Now he's building a barracks on the front, which I guess is to float. What is the point in this factory? To be fair, I mean, he's on 1 base. What's he possibly got 3 factories for anyway? It doesn't. He is going to build Widow Bites. Just he starts them a minute after it finishes off. Just Florencio things, fam. Neither side has scouted the other, by the way. This observer is the first piece of scouting on this map. The Protoss player is going to build a few more pylons. Still has not added any extra gateways or anything. Oh my gosh. 0 fear. Flo has got a big pack of Cyclones, and I got to tell you guys, remember, Cyclones are the ultimate long-range unit. Now, let's go to the Protoss' vision. They've just scouted that the opponent's on 1 base for the first time here. And they're building a second robo. Are they just going to mass robo units? They could actually be very powerful versus Cyclones. Immortals kill them very quick. Disruptors can blow them up in one shot. Sees no expansion and is like, huh. So any Protoss player who's actually, you know, fucking sane would be massing gateways right now. And yes, and Arisium is like, okay, I need more gateways, otherwise I will die. My opponent's on one base. Like, I need to fucking see what's going on. Most people would be freaking out right now. Why are there more barracks building? What is Florencio doing? He's building 2 barracks on the front. He's massing cyclones for like minutes on end, and he's floating another barracks. Did he forget? He already built. Does he need 2 floating barracks? 3? What? What is he doing? Oh, this is nonsense. He's making an armory as well. Now, the Observer's going to see all these cyclones coming. Immortals are being chrono boosted out 2 at a time. Protoss is building a ton of pylons right now, but only 1 gate and 2 robo. It really needs these Immortals to be coming to the front. Now, there's 2 Immortals out. Immortals will massacre cyclones. Wait. Is he trying to wall off the ground units with the barracks? Well, that's fucking nonsense. I love it. Florencio's being super tricky right now. There's an Observer there, so these Stalkers and Immortals could easily kill those Widowmines from out of range. A scan goes down. Oh, I think he wants the Observer. The Observer does not get hit during that first scan. Breaks. Oh, that Immortal goes down. Magfield, very powerful. He's going to pull the Probes to try and tank here. Now, Probes do very well versus Cyclones because the lock-ons just kind of overkill them, but not against the Widowmines! Oh my god! And the Observer went down to the splash. Now the Immortals maybe could still close in with these Cyclones, but it's 1 Immortal versus like 6 Cyclones. Oh my god, ravaged. Florencio doesn't know how to spam lock-ons apparently because he only locked on with a single one. He didn't manually cast it. But dude, oh my god, I think Florencio is just gonna kill him. You gotta watch out though. The Immortal, like I said, Florencio doesn't know how to lock on with more than one cycle. You've got to cast it. Florencio hasn't figured that out. Okay, so for those who don't know, you've got to manually cast it multiple times on the one target. If you A move, they'll all just lock on to individual separate targets. That's how it works with autocast, because it doesn't want to overkill. But against targets like Immortals or Battle Cruisers or Carriers, any big units, you kind of want to lock like 4 or 5 Cyclones just to kill it quickly, right, on the one target, especially if there's only one guy you're dealing with. Now, that's still a lot of Immortals. Remember, these Cyclones could disappear quick. He gets the Nexus. The Immortals are going to try to go down. But where's his Observer at? Oh, it's on the other side of the map. He hasn't brought it back. And Arisium here, macroed like a straight psychopath at the start of this game, is now falling way behind, taking so much damage. I say way behind, but not really, because as long as Anorisium actually moves out at some point, Florencio doesn't have an expansion, is only on 22 workers. So Florencio, I mean, he mass locked on that Nexus in the natural, but you can see he's not doing it here. He could kill this base very quickly if he locks onto it. Now, Anorisium could send a few probes down, like just spread out to take the Widowmines or build Observers, but instead, I think he's just going to take these Widowmines on the chin. Oh my god, he's going to Chuck Norris this shit. All right. He's just going to... He's like, yeah, I'm not afraid of no fucking Widowmines. They're cowards, man. Let's go. Florencio, meanwhile, is like, well, I better transition. Let's go double starboard on one base, because, you know, I could take 2 or 3 expansions and get ahead right now, but... Instead, I'm going to do that. Oh, Observer's here. Oh, he recalled the Observer home, guys. He actually recalled it. Wow. Well done. Or did he? Maybe he built a new one. Oh, he's got to back off from the scan because he doesn't want to lose the Observer. So as soon as that clears, though, I think he'll go back down. Remember, there's only so many scans available. Scans all gone now. Anorisium's Immortals will destroy those Cyclones, right? As long as the Cyclones lock on and run, technically they can beat Immortals. The problem is that Immortals almost two-shot them. Like, they literally... get them down to 20 hit points with 2 shots. Immortals shoot pretty quick as well. So Florencio, I mean, he's got a kind of tentative hold here. The Widowmines are the one thing that's kind of stopping Anorisium from just kind of bowling him over. Command Center starts on Florencio's side of the map. Start running away, Anorisium. Either commit or don't. Oh my god, kill the barracks. Okay, he kills the barracks there. A scan goes down for Flow, but he'd already lost the lock-ons. These units are tanky, man. Get some lock-ons on those Stalkers. Can he kill him? Not quite. Breaking the lock-ons. Anorisium doing a pretty good job, I gotta say. Unfortunately, doesn't have any expansions up right now and has so many workers, 32 probes on just one base. Anorisium, I mean, you've got a way bigger army. If you just man mode it, those Cyclones are in a really bad spot right now, for instance. It's hard for them to escape. They have to go through this choke point one at a time. So Anorisium could go down and trap all of them there. Florencio is being really fancy. He's kind of moving his Widowmines around, being annoying. He mass lock onto a pylon there, so he does know how to mass lock on. He just seems to only use it on buildings. Command Center in the main base. I'm trying to go double Battlecruiser, but Flo does not have a lot of money. Now, Anoricium has more immortals than there are cyclones, or, well, almost. It's 7 versus 7, and now it's equal 8 versus 8. So Anoricium could move down and break out, but is super afraid right now. Just kind of traumatized by that Cyclone Widowmine, and so is chilling on one base, and is now building a prism to try and ferry out, but his supply blocked. Oh my god. Coward Protoss. Oh man, can't be a coward versus Florencio. He's like, well, dude, why aren't you moving down? He's checking the corners. And he's like, well, let's go expand over here. He's sending a command center out to the left. Man, his lack of economy, though, is really going to hurt him. We've seen so much of him macroing his opponents to death. He's kind of got to get rid of these stalkers. Otherwise, his battlecruisers are going to have problems. Oh, he gets the observer. He got the observer with a lock on there. And that gives him... Oh, look at these lock-ons. Oh, goodbye to immortals. Oh, my God. Dude, mag feels good. I mean, there's not many cyclones left, though. Already only 5 cyclones left. Another Widowmine fires there. He's only now building another observer. Thought he would have done that earlier. The cyclones are thinking about backstabbing. Oh, very cute. Oh, because he's like, you know what? There's not much that shoots up there. BCs will be able to defend. So he's banking his BCs. Got a command center. Wait, why is Anoricium moving up here? What's he... Huh? Oh, I think he knows the cyclones were on that side of the map. But now the battle cruiser teleports in. And the cyclones run in. He's going to depower the robos. If he could depower the gateways as well, that would be huge. A recall goes down. Is there enough money? I think with 1 Stalker Whooping, maybe. As long as the Immortals get rid of the Cyclones. I mean, there is 5 Stalkers here. 5 Stalkers, especially since the Battlecruiser chose to target the Cyber Core. I think Florencio's like, if I can stop you from building the units, then that will be good. Is I'll stop you from building the units. And I'm like, okay, all right, buddy. Fair enough. Oh, Anoricium's still with no expo. Flo getting the slowest expo of all time. He's going to start rallying mules and SCVs over there. Could transfer some workers as well, potentially. Flo with 1, 2 idle workers chilling around the map. Now, I would normally say Void Rays are not bad, but I think just Stalkers is probably better here, simply because they're not going to get Yamato'd or Cyclone killed as easily, especially with the Immortals in front guarding them. There's a Warp Prism going for a double Immortal drop against someone who has Cyclones and Battle Cruisers. A Magfield lock-on will kill a Prism in about 4 seconds. Maybe less. Probably 3 seconds. And a Yamato will one-shot it. So this is literally the most nonsense plan I've ever seen. And it could do massive damage, or it could just get shot down. Right now, Anoricium is still not expanded. Don't you love players like this, guys? Like, there's these guys that are like, oh, I make 3 bases and 60 probes without scouting or interacting with my opponent. And then when my opponent interacts with me, it takes me 10 minutes to re-expand. I'm like, okay, buddy. That's like macro god until the fighting starts. This is actually really successful. The Immortal drop comes in. How many Stalkers? 11 versus 3. And there's no Yamato. 1 more Stalker whooping, and I think maybe he can hang on there. But it all comes down to how he fights. Anoricium right now has got to kind of focus fire. And actually is doing quite fine. That Battlecruiser takes a lot of damage. Ooh, it barely gets out of there. This Battlecruiser as well. But wait. He's got to not lose that. Oh, okay. So all 3 Battlecruisers did survive. A 4th one pops out. And that's like, uh-oh, Cyclone on the hunt. Cyclone on the hunt. See what I'm talking about? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it barely gets out. Barely gets out of there. So it takes 5 damage ticks of the Magfield Cyclone to kill the Warp Prism. Widowmine's trying to intercept it. Looks like it will get out of there for now. But definitely, if Anoricium transfers to the low ground and builds some more probes, could maybe catch back up. Flo's got that fresh base on the left, which is a problem, but he totally lost mining in the main. His gas hasn't been put back on over there either. And all he's really got is what? 1 Cyclone, a couple Widowmines, 4 Battlecruisers. As long as Anoricium can kind of transfer workers, which... No, we're just building new... You've got no economy to manage. You've got no excuse for not transferring. I gotta build a pylon right now. You've got a 40 free supply. I do like these battle cruisers though. Man, real bummer they don't have Yamato, or they could just pick these Stalkers off a few at a time. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna see if they can get the Stalkers to clump up on the edge, and the battle cruisers can kind of fight them just one at a time, because the battle cruisers have the same range as the Stalkers. Now, are you kidding me? Oh my god, Florencio with the stupidest blink of all time. He's gonna kill 1 Stalker with this. The Stalkers should easily kill that battle cruiser. They might get another one as well. Florencio with his famous blink Just a complete idiot maneuver there. And he does get a few more Stalkers on the edge, but I mean, at the end of that, as long as Anorisium just goes back to mining, keeps making Stalkers, there's no transition here. But Anorisium seems to just be totally kind of put in a blender right now and is a little bit traumatized with this. Flo's just building, he's built mules to repair his factory rather than mine minerals. He's got Widow Mines there. The BC's going to come back in. Why aren't the Stalkers guarding it? Oh my god, Anorisium! You can't be affording to lose probes for free right now. Oh, nice move by Flo. He's just poking in on the edges. Wait, Anorisium, why are you running away? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. He literally could have just sat there. Why you keep running away from the mineral line? Go kill them. I think Anorisium's broken, guys. I think he's broken. Mule's going to drop in the base. He finds all these probes in the main that were mining gas before, and he's like, oh, hey, maybe I should put those on mineral. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should, mate. He's just going to hug the natural for now. Florencio is going to teleport home. Why? And at this moment, it dawned on the Protoss player that he was but a mouse, and his opponent was a cat pawing him between the hands and going, I could snap your neck at any moment, but I choose not to. To be fair, Florencio actually can't kill all your... I mean, he's up to 4 BCs versus 10 Stalkers now, and yeah. Anorisium says, why? Wait, why just 1 base? Oh, Protoss players aren't upset. Why just 1 base? Because Florencio... Why would you just 1 base? Because Florencio is only on 1 base, right? Because Anorisium's had such good scouting all game. Never checked here, or here. All game long. And hasn't checked these bases in a long time either. Speaking of which, SCV's going to go build a command center down there. Not rebuilding probes right now, Anorisium. So it's just going to be massing Stalkers off 13 probes versus massing battlecruisers very slowly off 26 SCVs and mules. So through the lore of economic filth, I think it tells us that the Terran's going to win eventually, especially with Yamato coming in now. I think it's only a matter of time. But always good to see somebody's like, well, why would you just not expand in the strategy game? It's like, well, he actually, I mean, he did the slowest 1 base all-in of all time, and you have nobody to blame but yourself. And he's like, I can't blame him. He chose to attack me in the war game. And you're like, what? Like, it's actually funny because when you think about it, like most StarCraft players and strategy game players, they always complain about people attacking them. And I'm like, you guys want to go back to like the fucking 16th, 17th century where they're like, I will meet my cousin from the neighboring city-state, and we will fight over these fields, and we'll meet for a cup of tea on the hilltop to choose where the battlefield shall be, and then we shall fight, and then at the end we shall have a fine dinner party as I cede over and sign the contract for the land if my opponent wins it. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, this is not fucking warfare. This is just a bunch of rich dudes having a fucking fun party. This is a war game. This is real war, you dickheads. And it's about killing people. And that's exactly what Florencio does here. Notice that he mercilessly lures his opponent into his Widow Mine trap on the low ground because it is not only effective, it's also a good way of ruining his opponent's will to live. Widow Mine's firing there, and Anorisium right now is in the torture zone because he's like, just fucking come and fight me! Florencio's like, yeah, I am. I'm here. Just come and fight me. And he's like, no, you come away from your Widow Mines, you piece of shit. Florencio's like, what? What are you talking? There's no Widow Mines. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what a Widow Mine is. Hello, I'm in your main base again. Anorisium's army movements are honestly the most traumatized thing I've ever seen. I feel like he's having a breakdown just watching the way this army's running back and forth. Oh my god. Oh, poor Anorisium. Oh, whoa, we're going to get a battlecruiser. Florencio doesn't teleport it because it's very hard to micro-unit switch in when you have to click them one time. It's very difficult, so he does miss that one. Of course, you do have to give your opponent a little win here or there, keep him in the game a bit longer. And that Chadray takes a couple of mines to the face. Ouchie, ouchie. You know what's crazy? Anorisium actually has an army that could beat these BCs. Oh my god, he goes very far forward to Yamato. Oh my god, he teleports them all out of there. Oh my god, a few big Widow Mines though. This Protoss army takes a big beating. Where's the observers at, mate? Oh, his Robo's died. Oh, he can't make detection. Okay, so he's got to go now. He walks through another Widowmine. Oh, you're like, quick, now's my moment. And you're like walking through the field of rakes, and they're all just flipping up and smacking you in the face. 3 very wounded BCs, 1 Liberator. He might be able to do this if he can click on those BCs. They don't have teleport right now. Anoresium, go for the BCs, go. Oh, 2 freshies come in though. 2 big fresh brothers. It's Bob and Dylan up there. Bob and Dylan with their Yamatos fully charged. Both Yamato the exact same Stalker because Florencio's a fucking pro gamer. And then they abandon their buddies and teleport to the other side of the map for ultimate troll points. He's like, nah, I could just beat you here convincingly, or I could make this fight a little bit closer while killing all your workers on the other side of the map. Planetary got to radio point. Mass Repair keeps it alive. Anoresium says GG. I'm surprised you'd give a GG after that torturous bullshit. And Florencio there, he manages to do it with the 1-base Cyclone Widowmine all in. I mean, that was really impressive because Cyclone Widowmine with barracks, does the barracks kind of distract them when they land, so the enemy units move into them, but they also provide vision so you don't have to keep scanning to lock on. This is super intelligent all-in attack that Florencio has done, and it only hit 4.5 minutes after Innovation's version of the same build does. I can just see Florencio improving. He's getting better, stronger, smarter, and as always, torturing his opponent with Battlecruiser Widowmine Trap. GG, well played, you dirty bastard. Big thank you, of course, to everyone who's been supporting us here in the Wall of Bacon. Thank you very much, everybody, especially Max and Colonel SC, Pimp City, James F, and Apollo God. Thank you very much for the love, guys. Goodbye and good night.